Aston, thank you so much for calling into the show. And what's your question for Father?
So, what is the canon law?
What is canon law? Yeah, canon law is a set of laws that is issued by the church to regulate the life of the church. And it deals with all the aspects of church life, sacraments, preaching, diocese, the papacy, the College of Bishops, the College of Cardinals. So all the rules that are dedicated to governing how the church carries out her activities. That's what canon law is.
This comes from Elizabeth in Alexander, New York, and a great first question because she asks this. For someone relatively new to Catholicism, what exactly is a canon lawyer? What responsibilities does the title carry? And are there any special privileges or abilities that you possess that a typical priest would not?
Well, canon law is the law of the church, and that shouldn't surprise people that the church has a set of laws because the church has been around for 2,000 years. The church is a society established by Jesus Christ for the propagation of the faith, the salvation of souls. And to carry out that mission in a hierarchical church, there's need for a set of laws to guide the behavior of all the different persons in the church. And then likewise, the institutions in the church, because the church is made up not simply of singular individuals, but groups. And in a hierarchical church, we have the Pope, the bishops, the priests, the deacons, the laity, the religious, the cardinals. So all of these groups have particular laws that govern their behavior. The administration of the sacraments is regulated, church property. There's penalty section for priests who commit crimes and others who commit crimes. So it's a basic, to have good order in any society, you need an authority, you need rules. Those rules have to be made known to the society, and then the enforcement of those rules has to actually take place. Otherwise, they simply remain words on a page. Now, canon lawyers are trained. There's canon law schools in Rome, Washington, D.C., Ottawa, many different capitals of different countries. Canon law is taught, but it is a specialty. Most priests are not canon lawyers. They will have studied a little bit of canon law in the seminary, but they are very vital and necessary to the maintenance of good order in the life of the church.
This comes from Anonymous in Fort Worth, Texas, and they have two questions. I don't know if we only have time for the one, but I'll just go with this one. Papal infallibility is something that I and many other Catholics have struggled to fully understand. What are the limits of that infallibility?
Yes, papal infallibility has to do with the declaration, a solemn declaration of truths needing to be believed in order to be saved. So the Pope has the power to, on his own, to teach infallibly doctrines of the faith that we have to believe in order to be saved. In other words, things that are not merely suggestions or approximations of the truth. So these are treated by the church as divinely revealed for our salvation. And papal infallibility was defined in 1854, and it was defined at the First Vatican Council, and its exercise is regulated by some strict conditions because it has to be clear when the Pope is speaking infallibly and when he's not. And there are two modern instances of infallibility, the dogma of the Immaculate Conception and the dogma of the Assumption of the Blessed Mother. So infallibility is not just whatever the Pope says on any occasion that he speaks. No, it's very specific.